Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are back for another game of the Dubai Sevens. This one, Fiji versus France. Now, this is a very important game in Pool C. Both sides hoping to get themselves the victory. The Fijians, they are sitting one win at this stage. France, they have been looking pretty good throughout their games as well. They've been able to increase that points differential, which could be absolutely crucial as we head to the end of the Dubai Sevens. But the last two times that these two sides have played, it's gone one each way. One for Fiji, one for France. The starting lineups, Josefa Talatholo, the captain for Fiji, will be in the starting side at number 2. Jeremiah Matana, Mothinothangi, Saturanga. That went away very quickly, so I didn't get to read them all out. But I believe we'll also see more than likely Viwa Nadovalo making an appearance at some stage. Legel and Steven Perez both making their way onto the field for the French here, leading out their team and ready to go for another game in Dubai. Now, these two sides have got a little bit of a later game that we will see in the near future. That has taken place at around 5 a.m. Are you in a different room, says Nomum? I am not. I am in the same room. I just don't have the green screen up just at this stage. Only just got home maybe 2 minutes before this live stream started, so that is why we haven't got the green screen up yet. But for the ones later on, we will have the lines or the background, guess you could say. But Fiji, like I said, they were a little bit rusty in their game up against the USA, although they were able to win it 21 points to 14. It's going to be crucial, though, to get those big points. And also, if you are to suffer a defeat, you cannot afford to have a one-sided affair, because that could cost you big time, as we will see for a few sides. But because there's only 3 groups, it means that the 2 best third-place teams will also make their way through to the next stage. Looks like Vailawa will be getting us underway for this game between Fiji and France. Now, he was absolutely tremendous throughout the Oceania Sevens, and I expect no different in this competition for the Dubai Sevens. But no one really able to claim that one. In the end, France take it on their 22. Here comes Steven Perez, passes out wide to Grandidier. These two sides have had a little bit of a history over the last 12 or so months. A lot of these players, the Gel, head-to-head with the likes of Akira Billy. Unfortunately, we don't get to see him anymore for the Fijians just for this competition, and would have been great to see Mark Tilly at the Olympics. Says Elon there. Another run from Jordan Sefo around the side of the breakdown. Tackled by Kiminali Risaku. Now going off to this left-hand side once more. It is going to be Grandidier moving up to the 22. Inside ball to Steven Perez. Martin, now beautiful passing here from France, but the ball went loose. And it was that last one that they needed to get right that they ended up missing out. We have got how you're watching it. I am watching it on Sky Sport 1, but I believe it's also on Rugby Pass TV, if I'm not wrong. I get there. Happy birthday, Hamish. I know you're going to celebrate your birthday from 2 weeks from now. Says Morne Lagrange. Nice run from Perez, and he will get over for the first try for France in this contest. Stefan Perez. He's already got 2 for the Dubai Sevens. 96 in his career, so he is extremely close to that 100 mark, but takes the quick tap, saw that there was a bit of a gap in the Fijian defensive line and made the absolute most of it. Matana wasn't able to stop him. Imagine what Will Jordan could do on a Sevens field. Shades of Cully. Says Elon, although I don't think at this stage New Zealand are looking for any union players in their Olympic side. I could be wrong. I know that France, they are looking at Dupont. Australia, they were looking at Michael Hooper, who has now joined up with the team, but yeah, I think overall New Zealand are still happy enough with their 7 side and what they've been able to do. I know last time there was the Olympics, they had Caleb Clark as the injury replacement, although he didn't get any minutes under his belt. Does Longbottom still play? He certainly does. Maurice Longbottom, I believe he's in this squad. Only certain matches on Rugby Pass TV. Says Novmum, it's going to be kicked off short. Doesn't quite travel the 10 for France. So now Fiji, opportunity to take the tap on the halfway line. We got Hey Hamish says, Marnus, welcome in, mate. Hope you're doing extremely well. 4.5 minutes remaining in this first half, and currently France with that 5-0 lead. DMAC would be stupidly good. Yeah, all right, the players are great anyway, says Elon. Now taking the quick tap. Oh, Bukayaro. No look pass from Fiji on the outside to Jeremiah Matana. Just stays in the field of play. Fiji can be so dangerous when they start to shift this ball. It only takes one little step to create the opportunity. Nice off from Tario. Vailawa and straight through Josefa Taratholo, the captain will score it between the sticks. That will give Fiji the lead, 5 points to 5. But with this kick, which should be simple, it will make it 7-5 in favour of the Flying Fijians. I was leading, says Maria. At this stage, Fiji, with that try and the conversion that is just about to take place, they will be up 7 points to 5. They've got their little lead, although currently in the overall table for that group, I believe Great Britain are at number 1? Or was it USA? One of those two sides are at the top. Fiji was sitting third going into this match, but of course that was due to the game that they were behind. That kick has gone over. Now making the score 7 points to 5. Still 3 minutes remaining in this half. Plenty of time for the Flying Fijians. It's going to be Tario Valawa again. Kick this one off. Nice tackle made by Muthinothangi. Now Stephen Perez back across. They've got some speed in this back line for the French, whether that's Jordan Cepho, whether that's Grand Didier. That looked like Jordan Cepho was extremely close to going into the touch. But for now, it is going to be play on. Fiji steal that ball in the breakdown. Tario Valawa selling the dummy. Goes himself. He's got plenty of pace and he'll go through, continuing his form from the Oceania Sevens. And now gets another try for Fiji. We have got happy birthday, mate. Hope you had a fantastic day. Says Marnus. I'll be honest, it's been extremely busy. I ended up playing cricket, and that was from about 12 to, I think, 7:30. Then we got straight home and we were into the sevens, and we have got sevens all throughout the night alongside the URC that we are covering at 2 a.m. New Zealand time. We are going to be right up until about 6:30 a.m. NZ time. And again, happy birthday, Hamish, says Blues Note. Thank you very much, mate. And Fiji is leading the game, says Maria. They certainly is, and you know, for all these countries with amazing and long history, they sure have no imagination with their flags. France's flag looks like the lights of a police car. Lame, says Elon. And Marnus is a great name, and cricket is a great name, says Elon. There is William Ryder, the best sevens player ever. I mean, there's a lot of guys who are right up on the list of best ever in the sevens department, because some of the best players in sevens only had very short careers in sevens. But, I mean, current time, it's a tricky one, isn't it? Because I know Jerry Tuwai was often regarded as one of the best who were playing currently. Alongside Dan Norton was another one who was recently great. That is another try for Lipo Bukayaro this time. Scores it for Fiji. They are really starting to run away with this contest now. And it seems like France, they had the early attack. It was working well. And now it seems like Fiji are just starting to run away with it a little bit, finding their form. They did have good moments throughout their game up against the USA, but the rush defence, I don't think they realised Filippo Bukayaro was right there, ready to go. Thanks so much for the commentary. Says Amira. Thank you very much for being here, Amira. It is greatly appreciated. Do you know Marnus Labuschagne? I know of him. I do not know him personally, though. I see you are 24 today. Tell me, why did your mother run like that in the background? Well, that was because the phone was ringing. I don't know whether or not the microphone did pick it up, because I think this microphone's kind of programmed a little bit to remove background noise. But yeah, it was pretty much the phone was ringing, so that is why she was running across the back. That live stream, I'll be honest, was a bit chaotic at times, but this one, a little bit more structured, just like the rest of the night. Now, Jeremiah Matana, come back across to Muthinothangi. Dragged down, but still gets the offload away to Matana, who goes into touch. And that is going to be half-time. 21 points to 5 in favour of the Fijians. I have to say, that's about as good of a half as they could have had after the first try was scored by France. They fired back with 3 tries of their own, plus they converted. Just the difference between them and the way that France were able to approach this game. Yeah, I'm very curious to see how they go in the second half, whether or not they can keep this tempo. Who is leading? It is still the Fijians. They are sitting 21 points to 5 up at the moment. Hamish, how do you think of Safa Moore? Dane Coles would do in sevens. I reckon they would be a gold compliment. The out-and-out sprinters. Kwaka was a monster in sevens. I like the monster. Says Elon, I would say, I don't think Dane Coles would go too badly. Asafa Moore, I guess he'd probably be all right as well. That's the thing. A lot of rugby union players could transfer to sevens if they really wanted to. Will you be available for the Canada versus South Africa game in about an hour? We certainly are. We are doing a live stream for that contest, and for that one, we will actually have our green screen back up, all set the way that we normally have it. And Caspian has said hello, Hamish. Welcome in, mate. And on which site we can watch live Dubai Sevens Rugby, please, says Amira. So one of your options is Rugby Pass TV, although they are not showing all of the games is the only thing. So you may only be able to catch certain games on there. How many more seven matches are there, says Caspian? There's still probably another 40 matches or so, somewhere around there. Although for us, we have only got another 6 tonight, I think it is. I'll just have a quick look, make sure I've got that correct. I guess while we're at halftime, I can actually read out the schedule to let everyone know what the plans are. So after this one, we have got 11:58 p.m. That is South Africa versus Canada. Then we've got New Zealand versus Samoa. That is at 12:20 a.m. New Zealand time. At 2 a.m. we're doing the Bulls versus Sharks game in the URC. At 4:28 a.m. we're doing Samoa versus Canada, followed by Fiji versus Great Britain at 4:50 a.m. Then it is Argentina versus Ireland, and then New Zealand versus South Africa at 5:44 a.m. 5:34, I should say. Did you have cake on your birthday? I did not know. I have hardly had time to have food on my birthday, let alone a nice birthday cake. So, that's going to be a penalty to Fiji. 6 offside. What link can we watch the game? Says Joelle. So one of your best bets is Rugby Pass TV, but like I said, only some of the games are being shown on there. Unfortunately, free-to-air options are pretty slim for the sevens, which is a shame because I feel like there should be a lot more games that are being showed. You're doing all of them, says Caspian. We aren't doing every game, but we have got the selection that I mentioned. So we've got another, I think, 7 live streams tonight, 6 of which are sevens. One of them is a rugby union match. We have got there, you're doing all, I read that one, didn't I? Marnus Labuschagne is the man. I met him in a bar before he was super famous. Such a normal and genuine and funny guy, authentic, says Elon. And also, happy birthday, says Caspian. Thank you very much, mate. Hugely appreciated. Fiji now having themselves the line out on the halfway line, looking to fire this one off to the left-hand side, although might not even need all the options out there. Back line stolen in the breakdown by Jordan Sefo, but he was through the side. So you do all the commentary, says Amira, most of it. Overall, we're missing a few games along the way, but we're going to be doing all the quarterfinals that are taking place tomorrow. And we've got a lot of other matches coming tomorrow as well. At the right-hand side. There's a big yawn. Kimanelli Rasaku doesn't quite get his offload away how he would have liked. Fiji backtracking. Trying to find the gap. And Taria Valawa, you just can't stop him. Anytime he's got half a crack, he takes it and makes his way through. What URC match are you going to cover? So we are going to be covering the Bulls versus Sharks game. Now that is a start time of 2 a.m. New Zealand time. Who do you think will win the Dubai Sevens tomorrow? I think I went with, in the prediction, I said it would be New Zealand, Fiji in the final and Fiji would win it, and I said South Africa would finish 3rd. Now, I could be very wrong, but I honestly feel like Fiji can go far in this competition, and this game up against France has proven just that. We saw France really pushed in a lot of their games last year, whereas Fiji now have got their momentum. Hey, Hamish, how are the Kiwi men going? Says Ed Smith, doing very well. That's gone over. I think they won their game up against Canada. And then I don't think they've had another game yet. They've got their next game up against Samoa in around an hour 15. Just a random question. Can you tell us the most random country people have tuned into your lives? We've had a lot of random countries, I do have to say. Tom Latham is the biggest fraud for New Zealand. Says DC will win. In what way? Like his batting? Because his batting, he's scored a lot of runs. That's going to be slapped back by Fiji. They're just retaining the ball, although that was a knock on. French good at sevens. They're pretty decent overall with what they've been able to do throughout the last maybe 24 months or so. South Africa have a brilliant record in Dubai, so I think we'll be close. Says Marnus, and Bulls and the Sharks should be a good game. It certainly should be. South African derby. Thoroughly looking forward to it. And we will actually be scheduling that live stream after this one finishes. We'll probably get it up in about 15 minutes time, alongside the rest of the Sevens live streams that we are covering. Tom Latham isn't bad, to be fair, not sure about that. And go Fiji go, says JMS. And let's go Fiji, says Blues Nate and Ghana. Says Ed Smith there as well. Iraguha feeds the ball into the scrum now, going out wide. Fournier tries to cut on the inside, but he is tackled well by Manuele Samoa. The Fijians give away the penalty. I believe that time it was Nadovalo for leaving his feet. Now going off to the left-hand side here. For the French, some nice stepping knocked on from Timo. And now it's going to be available once more for the Fijians. They'll go back for the original scrum, make it 50. Says Blues Nate. I mean, we don't understand he's a test batter. Like Mark Cramp Richardson and Marnus Levershane from South Africa. Says Chronic, I believe one of his parents are either South African or Greek, I think, is Marnus's origins. Oh, that's a bad bleeding nose there. Jonathan Legel. I think, oh no, it was Pauline Riva actually. Had it cut right across there. And correct, if I'm wrong, South Africa won 3 editions of the Dubai Sevens. They've done very well in Dubai, and even though it's the first leg of the circuit, they'll want to make a big impact. When last was a 50 game in the HSBC, I think we would have had one in the women's side of things so far. I think, I could be wrong there, although with the fact that they've cut down how many teams are in the competition, it is a lot more rare for a 50-point win. That is a good attack and run. Now, I should say France actually put 35 points on Great Britain, so they would have been quite close to the 50 mark. In that regard, now Fiji going out wide once more, looking for the offload with Joseph Talatholo. Now off to Bukayaro. It should be Lockie Ferguson for the T20 and the ODI. Kicked him behind now for Fiji. It's a foot race, and it does look like Viwa Nadovalo is going to be able to win it. Kicks it back to Manuele Samoa and goes on the outside. Another try here for the Fijians. There we go, Rubeni Kambu, the man who was able to score that try. His first ever try of his career on debut. Is Michael Hooper playing for the Aussies? He is in their squad, but I don't think he's playing in this competition. I could be wrong there. Oh, yeah, good there. Hamish, have you played IB Cricket virtual reality cricket game? I haven't, but I actually saw a guy playing it the other day and looked like something that would be quite fun to do. But I think there's a lot of setting up that has to be done to be able to play it. Last season, South Africa was not at their best, but I think this season they will be improved on. What do you think, Hamish? Yeah, I think South Africa will be a lot stronger. I think last year the coaching change hurt them a little bit in terms of trying to find that squad and find that momentum that they were after. Should mention that kick has missed from Fiji, but still 1 minute remaining in this game. Already 33 points to 5 in favour of Fiji. A very good performance here. Going to be slapped back by France. Another knock on. This time it's Pasquet. And Oz Women's got 66-0 versus Japan. Says Nod Mum. Okay, Fiji wanted to take a quick tap, even though it's a knock-on, so that is not possible. Why isn't New Zealand giving Martin Guptill a chance? He's a legend. Says DC will win. Are you talking the test matches, DC, or are you talking the most recent World Cup? Because test matches you can understand, seeing as he isn't really a test match batsman. The World Cup, maybe he could have found himself in there as an option. And shush, Fiji playing, says Blues Nate. Now the ball's going to be fed in by Filippo Bukayaro. Passing off to the left-hand side. Some great stepping from Viwa Nadovalo. Like Fiji for half a second there, we're considering the cross kick. Another offload to Rio Vailawa for the hat-trick. He almost ran dead. He's going to be careful doing that. I tried the game. It was so much fun. Feeling like I am playing real in a cricket match. Yeah, fair enough. Latham isn't... he isn't exactly razzle dazzle, is he? Still a great test batter of these times for sure. I know you're not going to cover Stormers versus Zebra match. What's your prediction for this match? Stormers should win. And they should win comfortably. I'd be disappointed if they weren't able to. Tabu gets the offload away. Up to Vailawa. Once again gets himself another try, which you will get used to hearing me say because he just scores for fun. Anytime he's in a match, he's got a hat-trick here. Fiji, though, they will bring up the 40 points, and that will end the game, ladies and gentlemen. 40 points to 5. The Fijians victorious here over the French, and they will be happy They will be building momentum. They got one more game tonight. They will be up against Great Britain. We are covering that one on the channel. It is at about 4:50 a.m. So I would understand if you don't want to stay up for that one, but it should be a very awesome game as well. But we are back in about 50 or so minutes, actually a little bit before that, about 48. So anyone who is new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We will be scheduling our other Sevens live streams now as well to keep you all informed of when it is taking place. But I will see you all for the next one.